Cases of parricidal familicide are very rare, and this case in particular was extremely unusual and horrific in that sense.
In 2003, an unexpected letter was mailed to Northwestern University neuropsychology professor Robert Hanlon from an inmate at a maximum security prison.
It was extremely unusual. The first letter was not long. It was focused on his interest in trying to understand antisocial personality disorder.
The letter was from convicted murderer Tom Odle. Hanlon, who specializes in forensic neuropsychology, had once conducted a psychological assessment on the death row inmate. That was before Odle and all other Illinois death row inmates had their sentences commuted by then-Governor George Ryan.
Since his sentence had been changed from death to life without parole, he was now motivated and very interested in trying to understand why he had committed the crime, this massive, horrible crime that he had committed.
In November of 1985, when he was just 18, Tom Odle brutally murdered his family in their home, one by one. First, his father, Bob. Later, his mother, Carolyn. And lastly, his three siblings, Sean, Robin, and Scott. The crime rocked the town of Mount Vernon, Illinois, and the nation.
This was a crime at that time that was covered by the New York Times, covered by the Chicago Tribune, covered by all the major television networks.
He confessed to the murders, and at his trial was painted as a troubled teen who was about to be kicked out of the house when he went on a drug-fueled rampage, killing his entire family. But also at the trial, documented reports of sadistic physical and mental abuse by his mother surfaced. The abuse was directed at Tom and his brother Sean. It seems their father knew about it but did nothing to stop it.
One abusive parent, one parent is an enabler. That happens every day, okay? And the unfortunate recipients of that abuse often don't, kill anybody or commit any crimes.
To better understand what drove Odle to commit such a heinous crime, Hanlon agreed to guide him through a therapeutic exercise in the form of letters.
After I offered to provide him with some framework and questions and guidelines for this process of self-exploration and analysis, I then began receiving these very detailed, copious letters describing in painful detail about his childhood, about his relationship with his mother.
By the end of the unconventional therapy intervention, Hanlon came to the conclusion that a combination of his mother's abuse, his father's enabling, and Odle's antisocial personality disorder set the stage for the murders.
You put those three factors together, then you throw in a great deal of drug abuse, then you're stacking the deck for a situation for a basically devastating, tragic event to occur.
Hanlon says there are lessons to be learned from Odle's story, and that's why he published the book, Survived by One, The Life and Mind of a Family Mass Murderer.
Could it have been prevented? Yes. That is, that's really the objective of this book, is to try to increase awareness, educate people so that they can identify these behaviors and these features in advance and prevent horrible, tragic domestic homicides like this.